What is up, guys? Welcome to Dreyway Sports, and in today's video, I got an interesting question. LeBron James right now is considered the best player in the NBA, but time is slowly but surely starting to creep up on LeBron. He's starting to age. So the question may be, who's going to be the next best player in the league? I'm going to ask fans today, so stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm here with my brother from another mother, Chill Bill,
What's up?
Ill Bill,
Hey.
or you can call him Bill. All right, Bill, so here's the question for the day. LeBron James right now, most people consider him the best player in the league, but he can't be the best player for so much longer, right? Age is coming. So the question is, who's going to be the next best player? Who's going to take that crown from LeBron?
Man, that's a tough question, man. You got Giannis, AD, Russell Westbrook, KD. I mean, the easy answer would say it's going to be LeBron because it's LeBron. There's no reason he ain't showing no signs of slowing down. That's the easy answer. I ain't about to give you no easy answer though. So I'm gonna go give you a curveball and throw Joel Embiid in there.
Got the mic. Anything you'd like to say?
Trust the process.
I'm gonna say Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. Joel the process Embiid.
All right, so now, are you saying Joel Embiid, because LeBron James most likely will fall off as the best player, in my opinion, next year or the year after that. So you think that Embiid will ascend over all of those guys you just said and be the best player in the league in the next 1 to 2 years?
Yeah, I definitely do because he's a different type of player. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's athletic, he can shoot threes, he can score inside, outside, post you up, and dunk in your face. There's nothing that Embiid can't do. But the best thing about Embiid, in my opinion, is his defense. He anchors the entire Sixers team defensively. So, and he'll definitely win a couple of Defensive Player of the Year awards. So, he plays hard, and I don't see how anybody can surpass him.
Now, one may make an argument that you got a 7-footer in Golden State that can dribble, that can shoot. One may say you got a guy over there in New Orleans that can shoot the three, that's a 7-footer.
That's true.
So what you respond to that?
I can't respond. If you pick KD, I can't get mad at that. But I'm gonna go with Embiid because they can't guard him. I mean, you can't. It's hard to guard KD too, but Embiid will post you up and he'll shoot in your face. So it doesn't matter. You gonna have to pick your way. You're gonna lose to Embiid. So
You trust the process?
of course, 100%. You see what I'm repping? Eagles, Philly, all day. We trust the process. We've been trusting it for years.
Joe Bill, I thank you. I appreciate it.
You know it, man.
All right, guys, I'm here with Dink. This has turned into a family edition of my video. Like, both of the guys so far, it's been my family. But I'm here with my man, Dink. All right, Dink, so here's the scenario for the day. LeBron James, most people consider him as the best player in the league right now. But Father Time is undefeated, as they say. So, in the next 1 to 2 years, who's going to be the best player in the league? Like, who's going to take that crown from LeBron as the best player in the league?
Man, I know it's a lot of good young talent right now, but you got Embiid, you got Greek Freak, you got, a lot of good guys. But I know a guy that moves more gracefully than Embiid, stronger than Durant, and more skilled than the Greek Freak. And that's Anthony Davis.
These guys, you're about at their average for the season, so you're not going to get it, especially.
I mean, he got it all. He can move like a guard. He's developed his back to the basket moves. He can post up. He can shoot from the outside and take you mid range. So, and the defense might be better than all of them. So, that's what I think. I think Anthony Davis probably be the next top guy in the NBA.
All right, so now we just had Billy on here, and he said that Joel Embiid is most likely going to be the best player. Now, what I said to him is what I'm going to say to you. You got a guy over there in Golden State who's a 7-footer that can do everything you just described. What do you say about that?
Man, I really appreciate the new KD that we're seeing now, the guy that's playing defense, and he can still give you 30 on any given night. But, I mean, as far as he doesn't have the back to the basket like Anthony Davis, I mean, Anthony Davis is, as much as a defender as Kevin Durant is, he's not as good as a defender as Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is 25 years old. 25. Most would say he hasn't even entered his prime. So I have to say, I think that once LeBron starts to dwindle, Anthony Davis will be right there to pick up the mantle and run with it for the next 5 to 7 years.
Well, Dink, man, I appreciate your insight on it, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Drayway Sports.
All right, guys, I'm here with Stefan. All right, Stefan, here's the scenario. So most people consider LeBron as the best player in the league right now.
Word.
But obviously he's aging and 5 times undefeated. So the question is, who's going to take that crown from LeBron? Who's going to be the best player in the league in the next 1 to 2 years?
I mean, in my opinion, I think James Harden and Russell Westbrook are probably the two right now that I would say. I mean, I also think KD got it right now as well. So I think KD and LeBron right now are probably at the same level, if not KD has surpassed. So I think overall the best player is probably KD to take that crown and be considered as the best player in the NBA for sure.
That's some moves from even the Buck fans. 15 first half points for Durant with still 5 minutes to.
Now, we had a couple of people say Anthony Davis. We heard Joel Embiid. And those guys are special players.
I side with the Anthony Davis part as well because he's been consistent, especially this year. I mean, as long as the injuries don't play into it, you know what I'm saying? The best availability, I mean, the ability to stay available is key. So, exactly. So, if Anthony Davis could definitely stay durable, I think him and KD are going to toggle for that 1-2 spot for best in the league for sure.
I mean, these guys can guard, on the pick and roll, they can guard the guy who's rolling and the guy who has the ball. You know, they changing the game.
The athleticism is different. You know what I'm saying? The taller dudes who used to play back to the basket, now they have the ability to handle, shoot from the outside. I also think Giannis is one of those. I mean, his outside shot needs some work, but Giannis is definitely another candidate as far as being in that top 5 player in the league. For yeah.
Well, Stefan, appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. It was a pleasure, man.
All right, guys, I'm here with Pan. Pan, here's the question for today. Most people consider LeBron as the best player in the league right now.
Yeah.
But in the next 1 to 2 years, Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah.
So the question is, who's going to take that crown from LeBron?
Got to go Ben Simmons. Easy, right?
No more questions for you, bro.
All right, guys, I'm here with Corey. Corey, here's the scenario. So right now, most people consider LeBron James as the best player in the league, but Father Time is undefeated. So the question is, who's going to take that crown from LeBron James?
It's Giannis, 100% Giannis. 6'10", 7 foot, whatever he is. Goes from free throw line to free throw line, 3 steps, gets his jumper, and he's done. It's done. It's a 7 foot, like, monster small forward that can do all 5 positions. No one's ever done that, play all 5, and he can.
Now, we had a couple of guys before you. One said Durant. Somebody said Anthony Davis. We even heard Ben Simmons in the mix. What do you say about that?
Ben Simmons needs a jumper. Needs a jumper bad. He's got to be willing to take the jumper. Anthony Davis is a monster. I'm a Kentucky guy, so I love AD. Durant's a scorer. Durant's like, he falls into like that, like, old school, like Bernard King, scored a bunch of points, doesn't really pass the ball much, but he doesn't have to. Getting better at defense, but he's like lethal scorer. But that's really what he does. He's not like going to get triple doubles and do all the things that you want somebody like that to do. He's a playmaker, but not a playmaker.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm here with Gil. Garrow, here's the scenario. LeBron James right now, most people consider him as the best player in the league. Most people. Absolutely. But Father Time is undefeated, as they say. So who's going to take over the league once LeBron takes that step down as the second best player?
Second best player, I think Kyrie Irving is going to continue to step up.
Kyrie and Tatum. Oh, what a move.
He has his own team. I think the Celtics are on their way up. And with Kyrie leading the charge, I think he's the man to step in LeBron's shoes.
As the best player?
As the best player.
Now, we heard Durant. We heard Anthony Davis. We heard Joel Embiid. Those guys are revolutionized players. They changed the game. What do you say about that when it comes to those 7-footers that can dribble the ball, that can shoot, rather than a guy like Kyrie Irving who, is undersized, smaller than those guys?
Right. I still think Kyrie needs has such a presence on the court that you can't. Even though the other guys are taller or whatever, but he still commands a double team or whatever. He can still pass. Everything the other big man can do. So he's an excellent, probably the best finisher that I've seen, for a while. So, but yeah, he's just a great player, man. He's still young. I don't even know if he's 22 yet. So you know what I mean? He's a young player. So he has a lot of upside. But I really do think he's going to step in and take LeBron's spot as the next best player after LeBron leaves. That's my thing. That's my thought on it.
Well, good. Thanks. I appreciate it. Well, there you have it, guys. Now I'm curious. Who do you think is going to be the next best player in the NBA? Let me know down in those comments below. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel right there. Click that button right there for me. Got it? Cool. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.